Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fearless Broadcasting. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth once again here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the WYO Outlaw Diecast Gen 4 Cup Series Championship. And unfortunately, I have a bit of an announcement to make, ladies and gentlemen, as apparently Hunter Sr. last week won the Season 2 Championship. Wrapping it up a week early. Unfortunately, we missed that on the broadcast, so I will apologize for that. There he is. Yep. Here we go. Riding on board with him now, the number 20 Home Depot Gen 4 car. Final race of the season with the Wild West Racing League and the WYO Outlaw Diecast Gen 4 Cup Series. Brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting and SDK Gaming's live timing software. Got a fun night ahead of us here at the Last Great Coliseum. Can't wait to see what night of racing we have. No AI this week, so that'll definitely help us out. Survive. I did not get an official lap count, so we will see it when the NASCAR timesheet on the top of your screen ticks over and shows us how many laps we're going to be running tonight. So I apologize for my unprofessionalism on that part, but hey, we're doing it live. And tonight I was actually smart enough to bring my water. Refreshing. Your leader at the moment, once again, is Hunter Sr., followed by James Napier, Dakota Henderson, Scott Rush, Brandon Harris, Tanner Ensign, Brighton Coleman, Mike Presley, and Gene Watkinson. Small grid out there tonight for the final championship race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Just had to look at something really quick. We're still good to race here, and it appears that Gene Watkinson is not posted a lap yet. We'll have to see if he gets out late in qualifying or if he's just choosing to start the race from the back of the pack. Not a big field out here tonight, only 9 cars on the grid, but it'll be a very fun night under the lights here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Having raced here a couple times in official series and a handful of testing in the next-gen cars on the dirt, can be a very fun yet incredibly challenging racetrack. Gen 4 cars I have found to be a little grippier at slower speed tracks. Despite their higher horsepower, they just seem to have better turn-in than the newer generations of cars seem to have on the lower speed circuits. Mike Loveless also joining very late to the session, number 68 car. He's not made a lap yet. Then again, knowing Mike Loveless and how he performed in a for fun race this past Sunday in the Pro 2, Pro 4, and Pro 2 Light dirt oval race we did that was untelevised, unfortunately. Was a very fun time, but we all ran out of gas halfway through because we didn't realize Pro trucks cannot be refueled. So that made things a little interesting. We'll be underway shortly, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be going green flag in just a minute. "100 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the final race of the season, with the Gen 4 Cup and the Wild West Racing League. For a little while anyway. I'm not sure if we're going to be picking it right back up next week with Season 3. But for tonight, Season 2 will be officially over as we are riding on board with your champion at the moment. And of course, that's when the TV cameras decide to flip to the rear bumper cam. So hopefully we get back onto the nose of the race car in just a minute here. There he is on the bottom of the racetrack, number 20 Home Depot machine. 88 of James Napier in the U.S. Navy Gen 4 Cup on the outside, followed by Dakota Henderson in number 5. Scott Rush in the 04 in 4th. Brandon Harris in the 33 in 5th. Tanner Ensign in 6th. Bryton Coleman in 7th. Mike Presley in 8th. Mike Loveless in 9th. And Gene Watkinson in 10th. Pace car is rolling here at the Coliseum, getting ready to go green flag either this or next time by, since it is a very short, very fast racetrack. Dual pit road setup. Unfortunately, we don't have enough drivers in the league to warrant the use of the secondary pit road. If you want to join the Wild West Racing League, their information will hopefully be below in the description of the video. After the fact, pace car's lights are off, in fact. One lap to warm everything up and get ready as the pace car... Oh. I do not see the lights on the pace car tonight, so I guess we're going around one more time. My apologies. But it counted that first lap. I do not know if... Everybody's gridded up. Not sure if somebody had an issue early on that warranted an extra lap before we go green. Everybody getting restacked up and trying to get going once again here at the Coliseum. 97 laps this time by. It's going to be a quick race out here tonight at the Coliseum as the pace car pulls down pit road off of turn 4. And we are green flag here at the Coliseum. And the pit counter has reset, so we are green flag for good this time. 20 on the bottom, 88 on the top, getting a huge run off of turn 2. 20 to 88, 88 running real high in the marble, gets up into the wall and gets jammed up against the outside wall. Hunter Sr. with a huge lead off the rip. 0.6 of a second and gaining on the start of the race. Dakota Henderson now 0.7 behind and falling. Hunter Sr. with a huge burst of speed in the early stages of this race. A lot of race left to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. A lot of tire conservation strategy is going to be the name of the game. Got to conserve a little bit of fuel as well, especially since Bristol is not really a drafting racetrack. Hunter Sr., James Napier, Dakota Henderson, Brandon Harris, Scott Rush, Mike Presley, Bryton Coleman, Mike Loveless, Gene Watkinson, and Tanner Ensign. Tanner Ensign on the back of the pack, almost 10 seconds behind the leader. Down the backstretch, into the high bank once again. Through turns 3 and 4, past the restart zone, and past the start-finish line. Running all the way up against that wall and diving very far down to the bottom of the racetrack, 88, deciding that this time he's going to follow suit. Running through turns 3 and 4 once again. 88, almost 10 cars behind your leader of Hunter Sr. here at the Coliseum. We'll jump back just a little bit here to Brandon Harris as Gene Watkinson enters the pits. Gene Watkinson with a very poor start, unfortunately, and he's going to be a good way back. We'll jump back on board with our leader and then go back. Oh, Gene Watkinson has towed back to pit road. I don't know if he's had a problem early on or if he's had a tech issue that required him to for the time being at least, jump out of the race. Very unfortunate this early on. Jump down to Scott Rush as he makes a good move on the 04. Coming off of turn 2, back around turns 3 and 4, complete lap 11 of 100. Or start lap 11 of 100, excuse me. We're on board with the 04 of Scott Rush at the moment, under pressure from Mike Loveless. Behind him in the number 68 machine. 68 diving down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to hold that line. Sneaking up that inside, trying to make sure that he gets by. 68 of Mike Loveless is up another position. He's up to 6th place after starting in 9th. Mike Loveless just knows how to make these race cars work for him. He seems to be just unstoppable in any form of car that we throw at him here in the Wild West Racing League. '68 machine on your screen now. Hunter Sr., James Napier, Dakota Henderson are still your top 3. 15 laps completed of 100 here at the Coliseum. Excuse me. Chasing down the 0 of Mike Presley. Mike on Mike action, both cars having made up 3 positions since the start of this race. Mike Loveless running a line that's just working beautifully for him. Mike Presley not having as much speed through the turns at the moment, but he's getting a huge launch coming off of the corners out of turn 2 and out of turn 4, but it's not going to be enough as Mike Loveless, continues to gain on Mike Presley, running a little high this time through turns 1 and 2, chasing the 0 of Mike Presley. I've got Mike on Mike action. I can't do this, man. Mike Presley under pressure from Mike Loveless, riding the back camera of the 68 now. We'll jump up once again a little further this time to Brandon Harris, leading this trifecta of cars at the moment. 33 on your screen now, 33 Hardy's machine. Another classic style paint job you don't see a whole lot of too much anymore. 0 of Mike Presley and 68 of Mike Loveless behind him. 3-way battle for 4th place at the moment. 68 and the 0 breeze by on the bottom. 33 with a bit of a problem through turn 2. 0 with a big problem on the backstretch. Not sure if he spun it up coming off of turn 2 there. Managing to recover and get back underway, but unfortunate timing there as he needed to stay ahead of Mike Loveless. 22 of 100 completed this time by. Jump up to James Napier, who is a good way clear of Dakota Henderson in the 3, number 88 machine on your screen now, chasing down the number 20 of Hunter Sr. Tanner Ensign is 1 lap down, and Gene Watkinson is already, unfortunately, out of the race. Bad start, unfortunately, for the 44 of Tanner Ensign, one of the owners of the league. Hunter Sr., almost 3 seconds clear. Two and 3/4 in gaining on James Napier. 2.8 in gaining. Dakota Henderson, 4 seconds, almost 3.5 seconds behind James. Mike Loveless turning up the wick even more. I believe he's starting to gain on Dakota Henderson. Yes, they are. Mike Loveless chasing down the 5 of Dakota Henderson. 68 on the top, the 5 car on the bottom. 68 still door to door with him as there's contact. Door to fender from the 5 car. Not a whole lot of room to evade as the 68 manages to get by, and Brighton Coleman has crashed. No caution yet. There's the caution. Brighton Coleman. Let's jump back and see what happened to him. 4 car on your screen. Into turn, I believe that's turn 3. Spins it coming off of 4 and across the start-finish line. Just can't get it rolling again. Tries to bang a U-turn, just doesn't have the room to do it. With how fast cars come back around here at Bristol, there's not a lot of time to get it done right. Your leader is still Hunter Sr. after 30 laps. James Napier behind him, Mike Loveless, Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, and Brandon Harris all coming down pit road this time. Scott Rush, Tanner Ensign, and Brighton Coleman are at least all 1 lap down, and Gene Watkinson is the first casualty of the race. Hunter Sr., James Napier, both coming down pit road as well. Scott Rush and Tanner Ensign both getting their lap back this time around. I'm not certain if we are running the single pit road variant or the dual pit road this time here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Truly the last great Coliseum. I gotta be honest, I should have jumped in my Gen 4 car and run a couple picture laps out there with them tonight under the lights at Bristol. Scott Rush and Tanner Ensign, your new leaders. Mike Loveless up to 3rd. Hunter Sr. and James Napier relenting their positions of 1st and 2nd respectively, coming down pit road to get a good service and get back out there. 31 of 100 under caution here at the Coliseum. I believe with how the blue cone, as you just saw as both drivers went on by, is set up so that that is the only entrance onto pit road. Oh, no, there it is too. I guess it is dual pit roads. Not sure why they both went down all the way around and then back onto the front stretch pit. Have to ask them later. It's fine. 20 car very far down on the bottom, running on the apron at the moment. Scott Rush on the outside in number 4. Mike Loveless is up to 1st. I don't know how that happened under caution. Dakota Henderson, Brandon Harris, Mike Presley, Hunter Sr., who you're on board with now, James Napier, Scott Rush, Tanner Ensign, and Brighton Coleman are all back on the lead lap, and Gene Watkinson is out of the race. Pace car is off. Green flag is out once again. Huge start from Dakota Henderson. Not sure if that was a jumped restart. Mike Loveless, as you're riding on with now, trying to chase him back down. A lot of work to do here at Bristol. Not letting him run away with it, though. Through turns 3 and 4, Chasing down the 5, Dakota Henderson. 34 laps completed this time by here at the Coliseum. Door to door behind them, between the 20 and the 0. 33 contesting the 20 as well. 20 blowing the doors off the 33, chasing down the 88 and the 68 now, trying to get back up into 3rd place as Mike Presley has crashed. Still green flag. 36 of 100 completed. No caution yet. 88 contesting on the bottom for the 68, trying to chase 2nd place back down. No caution for Mike Presley. Oh, big one on the off of turn 4. 68 and a 33 come together. Caution is out, lap 37. I didn't even register that was happening. Let's go back and take another look here. 68 and the 88 on your screens now. 88 gets up into him, turns him around, and 33 has nowhere left to go except for through his doors. Very unfortunate there for Mike Loveless. A lot of work to get done on that car. Dakota Henderson has also crashed. Not sure what happened there. 5 car on your screen. Oh, stopping for the pace car most likely. Or he spun it up trying to get back onto the racetrack. Dakota Henderson, Mike Loveless, down in the pits. Dakota Henderson waiting for pace car coming off of turn 2 onto the backstretch here. Side by side with the 88, the 20. Dakota Henderson up to 1st. James Napier back in 2nd place. Hunter Sr. up to 3rd once again. Mike Loveless is back out on the racetrack on the lead lap. Scott Rush in the 04 tailing the field. I hate the winter. It's cold, and snow is snow. Ugh. Slog a wood fire all day. Try to make it nice and warm. Make it drier than a popcorn fart inside your house and 90 degrees in your living room. And then you can't breathe because every time you walk, all the nice dried out dust is everywhere. It's too darn cold outside to really open the doors. Try to get some humidity back in here. Oop, Dakota Henderson with a radio problem here. He's completely disappeared. He may have just had a total drop. Oh, that is a huge turnover. Dakota Henderson may have had a huge internet issue and has been pulled from the session until his internet comes back to life. I've been the victim of that a few times, and that royally sucks as the pace car comes off of turn 4, getting ready to go green flag. 88 of James Napier has taken the lead by default. Tanner Ensign on his outside. Hunter Sr. behind him. Mike Presley, Brighton Coleman, Brandon Harris, Mike Loveless, and Scott Rush are all on the lead lap. Dakota Henderson is out of the race. Very unfortunate here for Dakota Henderson. 44 and the 20 contesting each other here, top and bottom respectively. Let's get on board with Tanner Ensign, number 44. Run with him for just a minute here. Beautiful race car out there tonight. I love the metallic red and the nice glossy white paint job. That is a very classy look. Trying to chase down the 20 of Hunter Sr., your season championship here in the WYO Outlaw Diecast Gen 4 Cup Series Championship. Because, you know, guys, you could reduce the length of the name so I can say it properly for the broadcast. I wouldn't say no. It's all good. We're having a fun time out here tonight, here at Bristol. Just under halfway completed. 20 car making some speed up, catching James Napier in the number 88. On board with the 88 now, United States Navy 88 machine. Under pressure from Hunter Sr., who is rapidly gaining. He is under half a second already. Hunter Sr. just seems to have another missile under the hood of that race car because he is going for it once again here at Bristol Motor Speedway. 47 of 100 completed this time by start of lap 48. James Napier still under pressure from the 20. Tanner Ensign a little further behind. Mike Presley, Brandon Harris, Mike Loveless, Scott Rush, Brighton Coleman are the only cars remaining. Dakota Henderson is back out on the track, but 6 laps down due to radio issues. car really turning up the wick here on the 88, as you can see him trying to chase that 88 Navy machine down from this rear bumper cam. I'm so happy I found some more TV cameras to make this more interesting for you all to watch as we're on board with the, I believe this is the tower or the spotter POV. And then, of course, the top of the center tower or the blimp cam. Sometimes the software does like to put up a fight, but when it works, it can be very fun to watch, as you can see now. 88 really under pressure here from the 20. Half a car length and gaining. Hunter Sr. trying to get the position back for the lead. Take the lead away from James Napier in the number 88 Navy machine. All Chevrolet field out here tonight in the Gen 4 Cup. No Fords, unfortunately. And the fact that iRacing doesn't even have the Dodge Gen 4 cars kind of sucks, I admit. Because, you know, it'd be nice to have something a little more unique. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Chevy man all the way anyway. I run almost exclusively Chevrolet in all NASCAR series. The only ones I don't are dirt leagues because we don't have any. Well, not specifically Chevrolet dirt cars or late models. 88 still under big pressure from the 20. 20 is about still half a car length, but he gets real close off the exit of these turns. Just that little bit later on the brakes, carry a little bit more speed, trying to get a nice flow through the turns, coming off the turns, especially right when you're rolling back onto the power, trying to get as much speed back into that car coming off the corners without lighting up the rear tires. 58 laps completed this time by. We are officially under halfway, of course, as we saw a few laps ago. And I forgot to announce that, so that's my own fault. Oops. '88 still under contention from the 20 of Hunter Sr. James Napier we're on board with now in the number 88. Tanner Ensign down in third. Will jump on board with Mike Presley behind him in fourth at the moment. 3-car battle for third place. Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, who we're on board with now, and Mike Loveless having made up a lot of speed once again. Mike Loveless sending it to the outside on Mike Presley. Almost makes the move straight away, just doesn't have the speed to finish doing it. 68 still running the top, coming through turns 3 and 4 once again. And he makes it by the 0 car. Chasing down Tanner Ensign for third. They're all within about 5 car lengths of each other. Jump up to Mike Loveless now. Tanner Ensign all the way up to the wall. Mike Loveless breezes by on the bottom of the racetrack. 44 relenting the position, unfortunately for him. Not sure why he's running so high up the racetrack. But Mike Loveless and Mike Presley now, both making up the positions on Tanner Ensign. Jump back up to our leader, James Napier, still under pressure from Hunter Sr. in the number 20 machine behind him. Excuse me. 20 car behind. 88 on your screen. Trying to get past the 88. Running just that little lower and braking just that little later, coming into the turns and trying to roll on the power as early as he can. He's with really close there for a second. They're almost bumper to bumper coming off of turn 1. 20 car getting real close again. Still within striking distance. Half a car length between them. Quarter car for a second there, but the 88 just seems to be able to roll that power on just that little bit earlier as we're coming up to lap traffic of Brighton Coleman. Oh, Scott Rush and Brighton Coleman are in both the 04 and the 4. Scott Rush being the 04 and Brighton Coleman being the straight number 4. I apologize for the confusion there, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't realize that earlier. 88 and the 20. 20 still trying to make the move happen here, but also trying to conserve the tires as best as he can. I do not believe these guys will have enough fuel to finish the race or enough tire, especially with how hard they are going to be running through turns 3, through the turns at the steep banking they are at. Lap 69 of 80. Lap 69 of 100, excuse me. Don't know why I got the number 80. Lap 70, 30 laps to go this time by. Passing the 4 and the 04 on the bottom. Both cars now 1 lap down, trying to be respectful and stay out of the way of the race. Mike Loveless catching up to all 5 of them, or all 4 of them, excuse me, coming off of turn 4. 20's making the move up to his bumper, but doesn't have enough. Still quarter car length behind the 88. Running that bottom. Running the midline through turns 1 and 2. Back up to his bumper. But just doesn't have it. Scrapes the wall, runs high through turns 3 and 4. He's fender to fender. Rear cam now, looking back at the new threat of Mike Loveless. And we missed the move from Hunter Sr. to reclaim the lead. So we'll jump back to that really quick because I want to see that. Beautiful pass from the number 20 car of Hunter Sr. Set up over the course of almost 30 laps, but finally managed to make it stick, and he is now once again leading the way here at the Coliseum. Hunter Sr., your pole position winner. Back up to first. James Napier down in second, having qualified second as well. Mike Loveless, the most improved, having made 6 places up since the start. He's up in third. Mike Presley in fourth. Tanner Ensign in fifth. Brandon Harris in sixth. Brenton Coleman, Scott Rush, and Dakota Henderson. Brenton Coleman and Scott Rush are 1 lap down, and Dakota is 6. Gene Watkinson is out of the race. 24 laps to go here at the Coliseum. We'll jump on board with Mike Presley, passing the 4 car of Brenton Coleman, excuse me. I'm going to ask the guys next time if, yes, I appreciate the extra ability to run the 0-4 versus the just straight number 4 for people that want to run similar numbers. I would request that it's made the 104, so at least I have a little bit of difference there. Or the 14. No offense to anybody, because then again I make a bit of a fuss when I don't get my number 82. Then again, at the end of the day, yes, it is just a number, but it's important to me, so I understand it. Hunter Sr., with the highest I rating by a mile, I think. He is better part of 500 points above Mike Loveless, who's now up to second place. We'll jump over to him, having made a beautiful pass, I assume, around the number 88. The 88 car not really wanting to give it up, though. Just under 20 laps to go here at the Coliseum. Mike Loveless now has his sights set on Hunter Sr. just ahead of him. Hunter Sr. at 3,358 I rating, 4.54 A-class safety rating license. Mike Loveless, as you're on board with now, 2,807 I rating with an A-class license of 4.52. Almost 4 seconds behind Hunter Sr. Hunter Sr. having been allowed to have as much clean air as he wants. We'll jump up to him once again. The number 20 Home Depot machine on your screen now. "16 laps to go. Still passing God and everybody. Tanner Ensign is now a lap down. Brandon Harris a lap down as well. Scraping the wall a little bit, coming off of turn 2. Past the restart zone off of turns 3 and 4, down the front stretch and into turn 1 and 2 once again. 15 to go this time by. Excuse me. Clock really winding down here. These guys got to make a huge move or there has to be a Hail Mary crash as Tanner Ensign and Brandon Harris both go down pit road this time. 13 laps to go here at the Coliseum. Hunter Sr. seeming to run away with it. Just an absolute masterclass all night, not really having any real issue or unfortunately, not a lot of contention for first place. Great battle between him and James Napier as Mike Loveless dives down pit road. Tanner Ensign moving out of the way, coming off of pit road, trying to get out of the way before anybody else runs into him. 11 laps to go here at the Coliseum, chasing down the 04 Army machine. Ten to go this time by. James Napier, Mike Presley, Scott Rush up to 4th. James Napier goes down pit road. Mike Presley goes down pit road. All cars but Hunter Sr. are now officially 1 lap down on the leader. 9 to go. I don't know if if he managed to have enough fuel in that thing and has just been smooth enough, excuse me. Oh, as he comes down pit road. I was about to say, it's like, I don't know if he's got enough fuel just to make it all the way around. As he comes down pit road this time, we'll jump up to, your new leader, Mike Loveless, 8 laps to go this time. Trying to catch Hunter Sr. before he comes off of pit road. He might just be doing a splash and dash. Mike Loveless is 30 seconds behind and trying to catch back up. Hunter Sr. coming off of pit road. He's off of pit lane. Just 2.5 seconds ahead of Mike Loveless, excuse me. Mike Loveless and Scott Rush trying to make all the moves they can to catch him up as the 20 spins. Very close call from the 68 of Mike Loveless as the caution comes out. James Napier gets collected. Let's jump back to the 20. Coming off of pit road this last lap. Scrapes the apron and spins it out off of turn 4. Nowhere to go. And I don't know what happened to James Napier. I thought he might have gotten collected into... Oh! What happened there? 88 on your screen now. Throws it into turn 2 and spins it out coming off of turn 2. Nowhere to go for him. And that was the pace car race. Oh, wow, what a close call from Hunter Sr. there. As the 88 of James Napier tried jumping back onto the racetrack. 68 of Mike Loveless is your leader once again here at Bristol. Couple of cars choosing the pit. Mike Loveless slowing down, trying to catch back up, or let the pace car catch back up. I do not know what's wrong with me tonight. I apologize. Mike Loveless, Mike Presley, as James Napier and Hunter Sr. both dive down pit road. Tanner Ensign also on pit road. Mike Presley and Scott Rush. So Mike Loveless, Mike Presley, and Scott Rush are your top 3. I do not know where the pace car is. But considering how slow Mike Loveless is going, the fact that the pace car has still not yet appeared is somewhat concerning. And there it is. Having been in that situation before, I believe this was back when I was racing in another league. I don't remember where it was. I think it was no, it must have been Daytona. It was a night race, super speedway. It was Daytona at night. No, it was Phoenix. It was Phoenix at night. For some reason, I was way out front because I chose not to pit, and the pace car was way far ahead of me. We had no idea where it was, and it's like, I'm just waiting for the pace car to come on by so I can rejoin the race here. Mike Loveless choosing the top this time as the leader. 3 laps to go on the restart, I believe. For how fast these guys are going to be going as the pace car does dive off this time by. 3 laps to go on the restart. Mike Loveless zooms off. Mike Presley behind. James Napier down in 3rd. Scott Rush in 4th. Hunter Sr. in 5th. Tanner Ensign in 6th. Those are all the cars on the lead lap. Brandon Harris, Brighton Coleman, Dakota Henderson, and Gene Watkinson are all either a lap down or more or out. Mike Loveless running away with it. Down the backstretch. 1 to go at the line. White flag is out. Coming back no matter what. Here with the WIO Outlaw Diecast Gen 4 Cup Series Championship race. Despite the fact we already know that Hunter Sr. won the championship outright last week, it's going to be a last-minute victory once again for Mike Loveless, who takes the checkered flag and wins here at the Coliseum. Followed in 2nd by James Napier and Mike Presley. Hunter Sr. in 4th, Scott Rush in 5th, Tanner Ensign in 6th. Mike Loveless coming back around to burn it down. Or maybe just keep rolling. That works too. Let's see who we can get in here. Let's see if we can find Mike Presley. Mike Presley, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Do you got me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, buddy?
Congratulations on a third place finish. Seemed pretty crazy there towards the end. What do you think helped you get up to third after that last caution?
Well, I just happened to have gone in to to get some tires, and when I come back out, the caution flag flew, and kind of a good thing that happened, and kind of put me back up there in the front, and after I had a little spin out there, but it kind of got me back up front, and so I just kind of hung in there, and I don't know, I got up to three, I got up to third. I'm pretty happy. It's my home track in a way.
Congratulations on a fantastic third place finish. Is there anything you'd like to say before we sign off for tonight?
Oh man, I want to congratulate Hunter for the season champ, and good job, Michael Lovelace, for tonight, and thank everybody, Tanner and Trey, and everybody in part of this league. It's just been wonderful, man. It's just been an awesome time, and I appreciate everybody.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us tonight, and hope to see more of you next season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be there.
That was your third place finisher, Mike Presley. Unfortunately, James Napier does not seem to be in our radio booth here at the moment, so we will grab your race winner, Mike Lovelace. Mike Lovelace, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. You got me.
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, Pat.
Mike, fantastic win for the last race of Season 2 here with the Wild West Racing League. Unfortunately, you joined the Wild West League a little late into all of their seasons, but congratulations on a fantastic win nonetheless. Is there anything else you would have done differently out there today despite the win?
Well, I had to come from the back twice, and so I just ran my race, saved a little tire, found a nice little middle groove that didn't seem like a lot of people were using, but it seemed to work really well for me. Laid some nice laps. Tire strategy seemed to work out for me at the end. So yeah, no, I was pretty pleased with the run for tonight. So yeah.
Well, congratulations on another big win here in the Wild West Racing League, taking the final championship race in the Gen 4 series for the time being. Is there anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
Yeah, thank you for Meals on Wheels. Thank you for all the volunteers that volunteer there. If you don't volunteer, I strongly suggest it. Thank you for the Water Wheel Foundation for the car. Awesome group. Do awesome work. And so, yeah, appreciate you all.
Always a pleasure to be working with you. Thanks for racing with us tonight. Thanks for making the broadcast great, and hope to see more of you next season.
Most certainly.
That was your race winner, Mike Lovelace. Let's see. We do have Tanner Ensign, one of the owners of the league here, for the last race of the season. Let's talk to him. Tanner Ensign, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Do you got me?
I got you, Pat. How are you doing?
Tanner, not the best race out there tonight for you, but you managed to still finish at least on the lead lap. Congratulations for that much. And I wanted to pull you in and thank you for having us here at Fearless Broadcasting with your Gen 4 Cup Series. Unfortunately, we were not able to broadcast the entirety of your season, and I apologize for that, but I wanted to thank you on our behalf for inviting us to come and work with you and all of your wonderful drivers, including myself, of course. I got to throw myself in there a little bit.
Of course, man. There's nobody else I'd rather have do this. I love having you guys around. You guys are great for what we do. Bring high energy, lots of spirit, lots of fun.
We appreciate it as much as you do. Is there anything you'd like to add to the viewers at home that may want to join iRacing or the Wild West Racing League?
You guys, all you guys at home, if you're contemplating getting a sim rig and all this, it is a lot of fun. You make some great friends, such as Pat and Michael, Hunter, Trey, myself, everybody in this league. I mean, we've got a pretty well pretty good foundation built here. Got a lot of good guys. A lot of guys that just like to hang out and have a good time. And yeah, that's what I got for that. Want to thank you guys for coming in and broadcasting. I want to thank everybody who shows up every week to race, all their wives, girlfriends, whatever it may be, for allowing them to come race with us. We've had some great sponsors help us out here this season. We've got Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast, Redline Radio, TNR Designs, the Stanford Witt Foundation. They all help in their ways to put this on every week and make it a show.
Well, once again, thank you for having us, and we are always thrilled to be working with you guys here at the Wild West Racing League. We will be announcing more information on the Next Gen 4, Xfinity, Next Gen, and Truck Series in the coming weeks. If they're not out already, I haven't been around a whole lot today. I've been dealing with, unfortunately, other issues at the moment. But
we did drop Gen 4 and Trucks schedule today, actually, so look out for that.
We will look out for those. I will talk to the boss, Ethan Farless / Fearless, for all of those at home. See if we can add the Wild West Racing Discord link to the bottom of the video. And thank you all for watching. We hope you've all enjoyed. And until next time, goodbye.